everybody, and welcome to the Daily Scope for the 29th of June. So today, the Sun makes a semi-sextile to Jupiter, the Sun also makes a parallel to Mercury, the Moon's North Node also goes direct, Venus makes a sextile to Mars, Mercury enters Cancer, the Moon enters void of course, Mars makes a semi-square to Neptune, Venus also leaves out of bounds, Saturn goes retrograde, and Mercury makes a contraparallel to Pluto. And Mercury makes a contraparallel to Pluto. The Sun's semi-sextile to Jupiter happens when the Sun's in Gemini, Jupiter's in Taurus. The Sun's parallel to Mercury happens, I talked about that actually on Monday, but it's exact today at 3:56 a.m. Venus makes a sextile to Mars, as I said, and Venus is in Gemini, Mars is in Aries, and Mars is semi-square to Neptune, Neptune's in Pisces, Mercury's contraparallel to Pluto is exact at 9:16 p.m. The Sun's semi-sextile to Jupiter gives us a chance for optimism, but we can be overconfident and reckless if we're not practical with it as well. The best use of this energy is to focus on our personal, professional goals with more enthusiasm and an open mind. The Moon's North Node goes retrograde, so positively this helps us with our self-reflection and to let go of outdated thought patterns, behaviour patterns and relating patterns as well. But it could make emotions run high. This can lead to confusion or uncertainty about the future. The best use of this energy is to connect with your inner wisdom and to focus on your spiritual growth. Venus makes a sextile to Mars, so this can help us bring more passion and creativity into our relationships. It can increase our sort of romantic relationships and connections and being social with our friends and meeting new people and stuff, but negatively it can add to the conflicts that can come from misunderstandings, so make sure you communicate clearly. The best use of this energy is to create projects and to channel your energy into things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Mercury in Cancer, I've done a separate audio about this, but in short, it allows us to use our emotional intelligence or start or continue the work of increasing it, building it, understanding it and using it. We can communicate more efficiently in our relationships and understand our own and other people's personal emotions, but there can be a tendency towards moodiness or sensitivity in conversations. The best use of this energy is to express your feelings honestly and listen attentively to others and to try and, repair any conflicts in your connections and just, dive into connections deeper and get to know others on a deeper level. Mars is semi-square to Neptune, allows us to be more creative, intuitive and, focus on our spiritual research or practice and stuff like that. It allows us to explore our subconscious motivations and desires and, refine or change or, think about how we can meet our repressed desires and stuff, or how we can manage them if we, just always go after our own pleasures, but negatively it can lead to confusion, lack of direction, feeling drained by unrealistic expectations and things like this. So the best use of this energy is to channel it into your creative, artistic projects, meditate, align with your spiritual journey, stay grounded, set realistic goals and boundaries to avoid becoming overwhelmed by uncertainty. Remember to trust your intuition and allow room for the unknown to inspire your thoughts during this transit. When Venus leaves out of bounds and Saturn goes retrograde, and I've done separate audios about this. So basically, Venus, the planet of love, coming back in bounds can bring more balance and harmony in our relationships. So this can bring a renewed focus on love, creativity and working together. Venus out of bounds can sort of make us focus on ourselves a bit more selfish. So it's great to, embrace romance and bring in financial stability into your life. But Negatively, it can bring conflicts in our relationships around issues to do with self-worth and values. So it's crucial to be mindful of overindulgence or being wasteful at this time. Saturn going retrograde gives us a time to bring more structure into our life and be more responsible, work hard to achieve our goals and disciplined, and strengthen our plans, the foundations, setting long-term goals, refining, changing long-term goals, and addressing any lingering challenges. But negatively, it can bring setbacks, restriction and delays. So it's essential to approach this period with patience and a willingness to overcome the obstacles that can come up. The best use of all of this energy is to sort of like find balance between your emotional needs and practical responsibilities. And when the moon's north node is retrograde, it just allows us to focus more on our life purpose and goals. So we should really utilize that energy to just do the things that we know that we need to do. So content creators can talk about how we can find our life purpose, how we can sort of like bring more passion and creativity and harmony within ourselves and relationships, how we can sort of like express ourselves on the emotional level even when it's difficult, and understand others' emotions even if we're more logical thinkers and stuff, how we can build more empathy for ourselves and others, and how we can stay grounded during life's challenges and uncertainties and handle them with more courage and compassion, giving tips and strategies on how we can bring more discipline into our lives and how we can bring more balance into our finances. So yeah, that was the daily scopes for the 29th of June.